We are not professionals.
No, we're not.
Obviously. Not much. What's up, Whitney?
Not much. We're Amy and Whitney.
And we are
on the haunt. And we have to look at the microphone.
We do, because we're convinced there's a little person that resides in it.
I just want to see the people, but they're not there.
I know. The people. They're kind of here.
They're
Miranda,
here in our hearts. Miranda, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. We don't deserve you.
No, we're very undeserving. And it's just so...
Amy literally goes... Does she think we're good? I mean, then she continues on. I mean, I think that we're good, but I'm us. I'm a part of us.
We're our own biggest fans.
Are we good at this?
We don't know.
But we appreciate you.
We do appreciate you.
So
Thank
sweet.
you.
It's like every time we come here, there's a little treat.
There is.
It's so amazing.
We really look forward to it.
Yes, we do.
Keep them coming. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
More gifts. That's amazing. I said no gifts.
Yes.
Bridger Weininger.
It's like our version of like when the celebrities go to the gifting booths or whatever. At the...
Yeah, you get swag like at the Met Gala, whatever.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey everyone, did you enjoy our oldie re-release last week?
I mean, I did.
I hope you did, because last week was prom.
It was.
I survived,
we didn't go.
but barely.
That episode cracks me up, so I'm glad we finally got back out there.
Do you like hearing about Zach Bagans? Because, boy, have we got a surprise coming up for you.
Tune in next week. There's a big surprise. Yeah.
We hope. We might fall flat on our faces.
Yeah, this might not work at all. I loved hearing 2020 Amy talk about COVID. It was so funny because, it was like very beginning and you're like, it's not a big deal.
Well, it really hadn't even started yet.
Right.
This was like February.
Right. It's just great hearing it because we were so optimistic.
I was idiotic, okay?
We didn't know.
No, we didn't.
We didn't know.
I immediately hunkered down, didn't leave my house for 2 months. Like,
Same.
It's fine. I was safe.
Maybe even more than that for me.
I was Clorox wiping everything that came into my home.
And your fruit.
Yes. It's a miracle. I probably have some sort of like residual effects from all the chemicals in my body.
I mean,
cleaning.
we bring in all of our groceries and then Kyle would make me spray Clorox, like a bleach solution on everything. Yeah. I mean, what a time to be alive.
Really...
when that was really not necessary, I don't think.
No, it really wasn't.
We were just all freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean, we were. Maybe you weren't. Maybe you're more normal. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I didn't know.
Who's normal? What's normal?
You know?
That's exactly right.
So, yeah. So, anyways, that was 2020 us talking. So, we've learned. We've evolved.
We have evolved. We are evolving.
We are.
I want to give you an update on a book I'm reading, Amy. Oh. It's a book by an author. So I'm reading a Jodi Picoult book.
Okay.
I've never read any of her books before, but I pulled it off the library shelf because it was fascinating. It's about this lady who works at a women's reproductive center, and a gunman comes in. I know. I'm like, this is what her books are about? I always thought because they look how cute the cover is.
Yeah,
it's like tie-dye, like my shirt.
Very like Van Gogh.
Yeah, and I always thought they were like romancy books, and I was like, this is not romance.
Jodi Picoult.
Jodi Picoult, I know. So I'll keep reading it. There's a hostage situation.
Okay.
It's legit, and it's
real thriller.
And very like timely, because I'm like, interesting. I picked a book about that, but anyway.
I started watching, just got barely through the first episode of The Staircase.
I can't wait to start it.
Mini-series, I guess, is that what you call it? On HBO Max. So not the documentary. We watched the documentary years ago. But now Colin Firth and Toni Collette are bringing their magic to the big screen to reenact the murder of Kathleen Peterson.
If you haven't watched The Staircase, I don't know what you're waiting for.
Yeah, watch that first. Watch the documentary so you can see.
Is his name Scott? No,
Michael. I just call him eyebrows.
There's so many Peterson.
I was disappointed Colin Firth just had normal eyebrows. I'm like,
You're like, no.
This is not method acting.
No, he needs
Colin Firth.
No, that man is so bizarre.
Yeah, very bizarre. But he nails the voice. It's creepy. Which is so weird because Colin Firth is British.
Yeah, that's actors, man.
Yeah.
You know, they just act.
They do.
Great.
That's kind of their
like
job.
their job.
I know.
Their
Keaton told me
job.
Keaton enrolled or signed up for 2 dual credit courses next year, and they're online, obviously. I'm like, what'd you sign up for? And it was like oral speaking, so she can get her English credit because you have to have 4 English credits. And drama. I'm like, how
online?
are you doing drama online?
And if you're doing dramatic reenactments via Zoom,
like, I know. I'm like, please record this. I must.
She's just in her bedroom.
I don't think it was like it was like dramatic something or the other. So I don't know.
Maybe it's a study of the art of drama.
Yeah, she'll nail it.
That sounds fun and exciting.
Yeah. So so that's what she's doing. Carter is taking 3 body conditioning classes.
What is that? Lifting weights?
Yeah, he's in it this year. Because
he's going to be so fit.
Just needs an English credit to graduate. Oh. That's all they need. But
that's so great, though. Senior year is so glorious when it's like that.
Yeah,
I had like 3 study halls, so I just hung out in the library.
Carter's going to be like ripped. He's going to be Zach Bagans.
I'm not going to lie. Zach Bagans is ripped.
He's so putrid. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, God.
Listen to the next episode next week. You'll hear more about that.
Whitney's forcing me to go into the world of Zach Bagans.
We have an idea. You'll hear about it next week.
You will. For us, it'll be this week. But
we're in the future or the past. We're in the past. Anyway.
Yeah, but anywho. So yeah,
Lord
not
Almighty.
a whole lot. I mean, actually, way too much has been going on. Our lives are insane. We didn't even know if we could record today. So we're doing the best we can, people. Yep. Tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I've been frantically cleaning my house so we can celebrate me for Mother's Day. Isn't that how it always goes?
That's the irony of Mother's Day.
It really is. Yeah, so Keaton's like been very covert about whatever she purchased.
I'm excited.
Per Whitney's input.
Yeah. It's it's definitely going to be a paranormally kind of.
It better be good after everything I've done for that child in the last 2 months.
Exactly right.
Like, can I just time out? We pause from paranormal for a minute. Let me talk about the nightmare that was junior prom. So, as most of you know, I have twins, boy, girl. Carter literally just took himself and got a haircut last week. That was that was all the preparations. Keaton, great. We've been doing self tanner. I got the stuff off Sephora that had the best reviews. It was looking pretty good. But she's a member of National Honor Society, which I think might be a cult. Not 100% sure, allegedly. But anyways,
why?
It's just so ritualistic.
Weird. I was never a member of National Honor Society.
I barely got through high school. Who are we kidding?
I was way too busy worrying about boys.
Yes.
To pay any attention to school.
I was way too busy just trying to overcome my childhood trauma.
Oh, God.
So she got home, obviously, after I was in bed because she had to go to they inducted new members or whatever. So she had to go to that. See, it is kind of weird. So she
drink this potion.
Tried to do some self tanner herself.
Oh no!
Never a good idea. So I ended up having to go to Walgreens. They have this mousse stuff you put on and leave it on for 5 minutes and then scrub and it kind of gets it off. So we were dealing with all that, and then Friday it was still super streaked. So I'm trying to
oh Lord,
and so then I take her. She meets me here in town after school on Friday. We go straight to Ulta Brow Bar. Anyone who lives in the area, Miranda at Wentzville, Ulta Brow Bar, spectacular. Highly recommend. If I had eyebrows, I would go to Miranda.
Same.
But she does an amazing job. But anyway, so then Keaton, of course, last time was like, well, do you think I can get my nails done too? So I'm like, okay, nail salons, Wentzville, who has an opening I could schedule. So we just went to a random place.
Yeah.
So brows at 4, nails at 4:45. Got all that done, but you know how when you're in the sunlight, you could really see the self-tan? It was at her hands looked like chocolate melted on them.
Oh,
it was awful. So then she was all distraught.
Hands are the worst.
And then she was embarrassed to get her nails done. I'm like, no one cares.
No.
So we had to go home and fix all that. Nails were beautiful. Brows were beautiful. Got up the next day, had to go get her hair done. I had to drop her off to get her hair done, and then I had to run to the florist and pick up the boutonnieres and the corsages because the florist closed at noon. And then when we get home, she's very minimalistic with her makeup because she has the most amazing skin, which her brow person told her that. The girl who did her hair told her. I'm like, see, you have amazing skin.
You do.
But she wanted these eye gems.
Oh,
and Lord. They have a sticky back, but there's no way they were gonna last through prom
and sweat.
So we had to use eyelash glue.
Yeah,
but I'm applying, and the glue is sticking to my finger, so it was a nightmare. So then we finally get her all ready. She looked beautiful. Carter looked great with his haircut. Get him out of the house, and then the texts just start rolling in.
Oh, God.
Oh, I forgot my lip gloss. Oh, I didn't bring the lip roller. Oh, my God, I didn't bring a bra for after prom where we're jumping on trampolines. I forgot my hanger and my garment bag to put my dress in because they changed to go to after prom. So then I get all that stuff, go meet her for pictures. Well, first we went to the golf course for pictures, which I'd made dinner reservations for all the kids. They were great about it. They're like, yeah, no problem. You can take pictures here, blah, blah, blah. We get to the golf course. There's a golf tournament going on and a wedding. So
how do they have both of those things at once?
You can't photobomb the wedding.
You're just like, excuse me, it's prom.
So we're trying to get pictures where we can, and this man is just driving around on a golf course screaming at all the children. And mind you, there were 3 area proms going on that night. Right, so the golf course was crazy with people wanting pictures. And he literally just spent the whole time driving around his golf cart screaming at people.
Did he work there?
I guess. But he's like, we have a tournament going on. Get off the golf cart path. And all the people in the tournament were enjoying watching the kids.
Yeah.
You go to a golf tournament to get drunk. You
and
don't
to donate
care.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went into the restaurant 45 minutes for the reservations, and I'm like, listen, that little man in the golf cart is being a real jerk, screaming at everybody. So can the kids just come eat now so we can go elsewhere to take pictures? And the lady's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. So I was that mom. But seriously, don't. And he even asked us, he's like, who's in charge of this? We're like, no one. Do you know what prom is? He probably doesn't. Something tells me he wasn't invited to prom.
No.
So then the kids eat, and then we met them at Eolia. At the car, place.
Oh, yeah.
To take pictures. And so Keaton's like, Mom, it was a lot harder than I thought. She's like, I have BO.
Oh, God.
I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, well, I have Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer.
I mean, that would do it,
She's
right?
She's like, no, I just shaved my armpits all burned. So I'm like, well, I got nothing then.
Well, yeah, that would do it,
So we went to the gas station to get gas, and lo and behold, the kids pulled in. They went in there to get drinks. So I'm like, you know what? Our little gas station is kind of a truck stop, too. I bet they have deodorant.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I went into Fast Lane, bought deodorant.
Yes.
I just, saved the frickin' day.
Did.
All day. So anyways, that's long story short, that's why we had to put out an oldie last week. My life was pure chaos.
It sounds amazing.
And the kids didn't go home till 6:30 a.m.
Oh, God, I remember after prom, and it just good
good time. They went to Kokomojo's.
I know, it's for children. I mean, they are children.
I think they had a good time though.
Everyone looked to have fun.
Go-karts.
I know. I looked at all the pictures like a total weirdo. They're like, who is this woman who has no kids here that's liking pictures?
It's
just
okay.
Me. I'm just like,
she's harmless.
Looking for Keaton in every picture.
And Carter, he exists.
And Carter, sorry, Carter. He just wasn't in as many pictures,
he
by
really
hiding
wasn't.
in the background. I don't want to be in a picture.
So anyways, no one cares probably. But
no one cares, but I mean, I'm going back to get my master's, so things are about to get even crazier.
I feel for you. My kids were little when I did it too. It's a interesting ride.
Yeah.
At least you're able to do it online now.
Yes.
That's good. I had to go to in-person class. I had to work all day and then go to class till 10:30 at night.
No. Yeah.
And then had 3 kids at home.
No.
And I'd have to run home from work, cook dinner.
No.
It was just is this worth it? And it's yes, because I'm on a pay freeze if I don't. It's the only reason I got my master's.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's going to open up some opportunities for me.
You. Proud of you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hopefully.
Also, I'm afraid.
Manage it. We're women. We're modern women. We can handle it. We can barely get together to record this when we don't have
Good thing we just copy and paste our stories.
Thank God. Except... Now
we're doing something different.
Teaser.
Oh my gosh, aren't you so excited?
You
for
should
next
be.
Week? Put it in your planner.
Maybe.
Put it in your planner.
Yeah, put it in your planner. New. We're trying something new.
Put some washi tape in there.
Yes.
God, I love
Or some duct tape. Do you get my reference?
No.
Oh. Never mind. You'll get it later.
Was it from the... The X?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you now.
I'm like, that's the best you got.
It's hilarious. It's
Couldn't
hilarious.
you just like throw down a breadcrumb? Like, what's happening?
Just listen next week. You're gonna love this.
Okay, let's jump in before we give too much away. I'm going to be talking about something I just Googled and said haunted places. I believe was my Goog search that I listen, guys.
I typed in mysteries.
I am in the education field. It is May. It is.
She's running on fumes.
Prom season, retirement party season, graduation party season.
Amy texted me last night, going to a retirement party. It's not mine.
Dang it. Sad face emoji. But it's okay. It will be mine eventually.
It will.
I'll get there because I'm older than dirt.
She's not.
I've even been like hopping on Indeed. I'm like, there's like all these, there's so many openings at like the local county, like not local, but like the branch closest to us of the local county library. And I'm like,
why?
Please still be there when I retire. Like job openings. I'm not saying the library is going to burn down. Just so anyways, this popped up and I ran with it. This is a straight copy paste job. It's probably very redundant. That's what I do. I don't know what's in it. I just like, here's like 2 or 3 articles that cover this topic, copy, paste, done.
You don't have
done.
to explain yourself.
I'm a busy woman. I'm a working woman of 2022. So, I don't know. Wearing my garbage shirt. Listen.
Working 9 to 5.
Listen.
What are you saying right now?
Women are being forced backwards in time.
Yes,
right
we
now.
are.
So somebody's gotta stand up and wave my fist and wear my garbage Shirley Manson
I looked
shirt.
down to see what was I wearing. I'm wearing a tie-dye shirt.
That's it. And it adequately says, no gods, no masters. So...
Yeah, I mean, it's literally going to be Handmaid's Tale up in here.
I can't even.
I'll just move away.
And then I'm not even.
We're not going to go there.
No, I'm not, because I have so many
If
things.
you can't tell what our stance is at this point, then you just...
But also just what's happening. Like, all these politicians are just doing... Totally unrelated to even that. Like,
yeah.
Am I living in a... Adam Sandler movie?
How can you run for re-election when you literally helped an insurrection? Okay, cool.
You like...
That's cool.
Had a gun at the airport, got pulled over for that 100th time driving on a suspended license, and then had like a tryst with a guy. Or whatever.
Just run for re-election. Yeah. It's fine.
Probably get voted in.
Yeah, I mean, because... The voting... Oh, Lord, help us. Seriously.
Okay.
Can we go somewhere else? Sam, can we come live with you in New Zealand? It's cray here in America.
Sam has like a witness relocation program. What's that called?
Sam's like, I'm not listening. Witness relocation. She's like, witness protection.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, they usually relocate you too.
Samantha, call the FBI, United States FBI. Excuse me. There's like 2 tapping our phones.
Feel free to put us on a list. We're probably on one anyways. Let's be honest. Whatever. We're sorry. We still... Miranda, you're still in our corner. And Miranda has way more reason to be afraid. She's local.
She just looks out her window and we're like, hi.
Maybe that's what the gifts are for. Like, maybe
stay away.
It's like an offering. We're like Rumpelstiltskin to her. Please don't hurt me or drag me into your ridiculousness or mention my name anymore.
I don't want to have to go on witness relocation.
Hey, you knew what I meant. I blame
Chris.
Right.
Chris invited Miranda into this world.
That's right, Miranda. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at Chris.
We are. We're just
we adore Chris.
I'm kidding.
Chris, don't quit
Chris
on us.
is listening.
That's right. Chris doesn't even listen. Chris is like, what edits do you need? I will go to exactly that minute and second and edit it, but I'm not listening to your all's drivel, your word vomit.
Poor Chris.
Yeah. Chris has said none of those
Tonight when you
things.
say
I'm
your
just
nightly
putting words in
prayers,
his
just
mouth.
include Chris.
Yes. Put him on your prayer list. Include him in your prayer circles. I'm sure he'd really appreciate
Prayer
that.
circle. Tonight when you go to On the
He's
Hawks
going to be
youth
so
group.
pissed. I mean, if I tell her telling people to include him in their prayer circles.
You'll never know.
I kind of want to tell him.
You'll never know. I'm actually gonna like pee or fart.
That should be the title. So he has no way of not knowing Chris's prayer circle.
Done. Oh my god, I am so sweaty. How do you make Chris possessive?
I think it's S apostrophe S.
I think it is too. That feels so wrong.
It really does.
Okay.
But I think if it was just S apostrophe, it'd be for multiple Chris's, right? I mean, all the Chris's. Chris
Jenner?
Well, you might want to throw her in. She's Chris with a K.
But I thought she originally was just Chris with a C, but she's like, everyone else has a K.
Yeah, and I want to go, because otherwise her kids' names would be like...
Kim with a C. I'm sorry, I have to get a toilet paper.
Well, Chloe and Courtney are traditionally with a C. I have like a whole stash of like Puffs Plus here.
Yeah, I wasn't
if you'd
sure
like.
what that was.
They're not used. This is the only use. Listen, it's allergy season, okay? I'm very snotty.
20 minutes in and we have literally not even started talking about...
Well, the people have missed us.
Oh,
we didn't even go
God.
anywhere, but whatever. Okay, shall I?
We're so sorry.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Our apologies are empty.
Our downloads were up last week, okay?
Yeah, we're
that's
just
all
cocky.
we know.
We think this is what the people
We had
want.
over 150 downloads of that episode. That's shocking.
That is. Who are you? Who's downloading us? Talk to me. I don't even download us. I just listen.
Can you please? It helps our ratings.
Okay,
Damn it,
sorry.
Amy.
Listen, I finally just got the stupid SIM card in the mail to switch over from Sprint to T-Mobile, because Sprint hasn't even existed for the last year. But they just and now my phone is acting real weird. But if we want to like cancel our Sprint phones altogether and like go to like AT&T or something, it's going to cost us like $2,000.
Oh, that's dumb. Yeah.
So I'm like, no, a car insurance is due. And Keaton couldn't start her car yesterday. Oh my God. Okay, I'll talk about that next episode so we have something to open with. Okay, so I'm covering the haunted Monte Vista Hotel in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Arizona, what a place.
Yeah. Isn't that where the sister wives all moved to? Flagstaff?
You
I
would
think?
know that, not me.
Oh, Cody Brown.
He's so nasty. Why? Hair?
My hair's better than yours, and I have terrible hair, Cody Brown. This is my new signature look, by the way.
It's mine.
Messy bun and a headband.
I have a braid like a sister wife.
And this is from Legends of America.
That's a great website.
It is. And it's straight copy paste. It's what you've come to love and
Legends of
appreciate
America.
from me. Located along Old Route 66. Is it old? I don't know. In Flagstaff, Arizona is the Hotel Monte Vista. Opening on New Year's Day in 1927, this historic hotel is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Woo!
So is Amy.
So am I. And my messy bun. It has been fully restored to its former glory. So have I. No, I haven't.
New boobs, who dis?
I really want to try cool sculpting, but I feel like it's a scam.
I made a joke about your boobs.
My whole life is a joke about my boobs at this point, so I just keep on rolling. I know Keaton told me last week, she's like, Mom, what you're wearing is kind of revealing. I'm like, I'm wearing overall shirts and a t-shirt under it. Like, Keaton, this is just, if I don't wear a high neck something, this is just where they sit.
Yes.
I can't help it.
You're like, I had breast cancer.
Yeah.
Damn it. Leave me alone.
I have nothing to like protect. It's just the outline of the implant, okay?
And
all
who
my
cares?
tissue got scooped out. Whatever.
And they look great.
Thanks.
So
I'm going to be like 80 and everything's going to be sagging but those. So Get used to it, Keaton.
That's going to be hilarious.
I demand... well, never mind, because I want to be cremated. But I was going to say, you bury me in a halter top for my viewing.
Cremate your breast implants.
I think they'll probably just melt. Pop. Yeah. Add a little something special. You can't have a pacemaker in. I do know that. That has to be removed because that does explode.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
These will probably just sizzle.
I just want a little of your ashes in a locket.
You'd probably get, like, the silicone.
I'm like, what is that? How do I put this in the locket? The locket's this big.
That could be, like, your new, like, stress ball.
Oh, my God. Your implant. Amy, what would Amy do as I squeeze it?
That's kind of what they have you do when you go for your consultation. You, like, feel them all. And they were like, what size do you want to be? I'm like, this isn't, like, elective. Just give me
You're
back.
Like Dolly Parton?
Yeah, I'm like, no, just what I am now. Thank you. Give me back. I don't want to buy a bunch of new bras. Give me back what you're taking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tit for tat, literally. Okay. Anyways,
this may be the most
I'm on fire.
Ridiculous. I'm on fire.
No, I'm not. No one likes my jokes except you. Thank you for laughing at me.
Well, this is like the most off the rails crap we've ever.
Well, we haven't been together for like 3 weeks. It's been a while.
True. This is what you get.
Yeah. So anyways, it's been restored, and it continues to serve the traveling public today.
Lovely.
Along with playing host to numerous famous figures over the years, such as John Wayne, Bing Crosby, and Harry Truman. I thought that had said Harriet Tubman at first. I was like, oh, wait. These dates are not lining up. It also apparently is home of a number of unearthly figures. This old hotel is one of the very few American hotels built entirely from public taxes.
Wow.
When in 1924, a man by the name of M.V. Slipher, S-L-I-P-H-E-R,
go with it,
spearheaded a local fundraising campaign to build the hotel. In 1924, tourism was a burgeoning business in Flagstaff, where lodging was too scarce to keep visitors in town to spend their hard-earned dollars. Kind of sounds like when the Olympics come to town.
That's exactly right.
Slipher's efforts resulted in a city-voted ordinance that established a municipal board to build the hotel. After its opening, the hotel was popular not only among the tourists, but also a favorite of the locals who quickly coined the phrase, "Meet me at the Monte 5.
I thought that's St.
Or the
Louis.
Monte V. I don't know. Is that a Roman numeral or is it just a V? I don't know.
It's really confusing.
In its first year, the hotel hosted Mary Costigan's daily 3-hour radio show from room 105.
Wow.
Costigan was the first American woman to be granted a radio broadcasting license. Way to go, Mary.
Yeah, Mary. What year was this?
1927-ish? 24? I don't know.
See,
whatever.
Women have only had rights for like 100 years, people. Think about that.
And now we're trying to take them away again. Are they going to not allow us to podcast? Maybe.
Or vote. They take away our
Yeah.
rights. They're like, actually, women are too emotional.
Yeah.
To vote.
So hysterical about everything. God. Stupid, weak women. That's not my opinion, by the way. That's
satire.
That's theirs. So I'm going to stop now. Opening during the Prohibition. My mom is calling me. Stop.
Niecy.
Happy Mother's Day tomorrow. You're coming to my house today. I guarantee. I told her just bring chips. We're grilling. I guarantee this phone call is like, well, I should also bring. That's not enough. I love you, Mom. Just you do you, boo boo. Just bring
Does
some
she
chips.
listen?
No.
We have so much support from our family and friends.
And she spends all of her time sewing. Like, just turn us on while you sew. I'm going to recommend that today when I see her.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
Eloise
show
is
her
listening.
how to get on via Facebook. I know
Eloise
you're on
is
Facebook
listening.
all the time, Mom. Your green dot's always lit up. So, opening during the Prohibition era, this didn't stop the hotel. Oh, Monte Vista. So that wasn't 5. That was a V. Lounge from ignoring the law. Oh, you rebels. And running a profitable bootlegging operation out of Flagstaff's most popular speakeasy. Oh, to be alive, to go to a speakeasy. That would have been cool.
It really would have been.
However, in 1931, the place was raided by local officials and shut down, only to resume business 2 years later when Prohibition finally came to an end. For 5 years, between 1935 and 1940, the hotel lounge and lobby also offered its mini guests a wide range of slot machines to choose from, the only ones ever in Flagstaff.
Not into slot machines.
People who play this at the gas station. I don't understand.
I've never seen a slot machine at the gas station.
No, like the thing. They've got one at Fastlane in Eolia.
I never go there. I go to
where
Scotty's.
there's always somebody just like sitting at the counter there by the window.
They're just depressing.
It really is.
Really depressing.
Like you're just sitting there with the world's largest soda.
Although you do have all those snacks options.
I mean, true.
Right there.
Chester's fried chicken.
Yeah. My mom used to get gizzards. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't like my dad loved gizzards. My dad would also always order, like, if we would go to, like, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel's
classy, man. He'd always order, like, the collard greens and then just drown them in vinegar. I'm like, Dad, they have chicken and dumplings.
Right.
And fried okra.
And isn't that just kind of like limp lettuce?
It's just spinach.
But all limp and nasty.
Yeah, because you like, boil it. He ate that when I was growing up all the time. Like, the whole house smelled like vinegar. It was terrible.
I'm not into that at all.
And I like spinach, but just raw.
Yeah, raw. Never cooked.
No. And I think it was even out of a can. It was like canned spinach.
Ew, that's so nasty.
I know.
Oh my God, I have to...
R.I.P. Dad, but your eating habits were
Sorry, I just made a puking sound, and I have to tell you, yesterday I took Kyle to the ER. He's fine. And there was a man who came in after us, and he walks up to the front, and he's like, just threw up a bunch of blood in Walmart. And I'm like,
oh God. I know. Sadly, probably only the 78th most interesting thing to happen in Walmart today, sir.
In our little town. And so I'm just like backing away slowly because he keeps going, I don't feel well. And I'm like, oh my God. Actually, I just like walked away down the hall and I text Kyle, I can't with that. He goes, it's rough for sure. Because the man just kept, I don't feel good.
Okay. Well, he's puking up blood. Could someone just like immediately rush him somewhere?
He wasn't actively puking up blood, but he was like standing at the registration thing. There's like plexiglass, but he's right up against it. And there's a tiny hole.
Fogging it up, writing messages.
There's the tiny hole, and the lady on the other side has like all kinds of cute decorations and whatnot. He's like, I feel like I'm gonna puke. And he's just up on the plexiglass. I'm like, sir, back up.
Like one of those puke bags?
She did eventually, but I'm like, back. If you puke right now, you're gonna puke all up in her face.
Splatter. Yeah.
What are you? I just threw up at Walmart. I'm like, of course you did.
Of course.
I don't know if I got a bleeding ulcer. Self-diagnosing.
Yeah. Get off a WebMD and go let the professionals deal with this, sir.
Oh, Lord.
I know Brecken had to like rush his girlfriend to the ER last week. She had to have an emergency appendectomy. So that's
no joke. She's
doing great, though. She's fishing with them right now. Sydney, you rock. Yeah. Okay. So in the 1940s and 50s, Western movies became the choice. Also, reminds me of my dad.
Movies of all time.
Of the American public. And more than 100 movies were filmed in nearby Sedona and Old Creek. Yeah, they really did, like, not portray the indigenous people.
Oh, no.
Great at all.
No. There were savages in those movies.
That's it.
And it's like, well, so were cowboys.
Yeah.
So.
And indigenous people really, they were just like protecting their families.
And their land where they've lived this whole time. God, we're the worst.
During these, everyone's like, shut up and get to the ghost.
Shut up on your social commentary. Hot takes.
Yes, we can't help it. During these filmings, the Hotel Monte Vista hosted such famous guests as Jane Russell, Gary Cooper, Spencer Tracy, John Wayne, and Bing Crosby. We know.
I don't know who any of those people are.
I know who Bing Crosby and John Wayne.
Yeah.
In one of the rooms of the hotel, a scene from Casablanca was filmed.
Oh.
In fact, it was John Wayne who reported seeing one of the hotel's first ghosts in the late 50s. Describing the spirit as friendly, this benevolent ghost evidently made a brief appearance in the movie star's room. Hey, John. In the 1970s, 3 men robbed a Flagstaff bank near the hotel, where one of the men was shot during their escape from the bank. Lying low and celebrating their successful robbery, the trio stopped in at the Monte Vista lounge for a drink.
Maybe get out of town.
And was the man with the gunshot wound there? Or maybe I should read on. However, the wounded man's gunshot injury was obviously more serious than any of them had anticipated.
Just bleeding at the bar?
Well, before they even finished their first drink, he died right there in the lounge.
Oh my gosh.
Priorities, you guys.
Yes. You might have an alcohol problem, sir.
Yes, exactly. Today, staff and guests feel as if this dead bandit...
Wow. Harsh.
is one of the many spirits.
He was more than just a bandit.
Yeah, he was...
Maybe he was a dad.
He was Roger to those of us who knew and loved him. That haunt the building. One manager reported he would hear an eerie voice that said hello or good morning when he opened the bar each day.
Well, that's friendly and nice. I mean, it would still scare the crap out of me.
I'd be like,
I can't work here.
No, I'm bye.
But still, it is, at least it's not like, get out!
What do I need to do to leave this place but still get unemployment benefits? Because I can't handle the ghosts. Others have told stories of feeling a ghostly presence while enjoying a drink in the cocktail lounge. That, though... This, I almost said thou. Thou shalt not drink in the cocktail lounge.
Thou shalt go to the hospital.
Yes, when shot.
It's like a just normal.
By a gun.
Normal
yes,
thing to do.
That would be step 1 on my to-do list. Shot.
I do not go to
hospital.
Sonic or go to the hospital. I'd go to Sonic.
Yeah,
not a bar.
I'm going to take some mozzarella sticks and popcorn chicken with me because
maybe a pretzel.
The guy with the vomiting blood's probably going to get ahead of me in triage. Though this might be the ghost of the gunman, the hotel has such a past of shootings, cowboys on horseback in the lobby, and drunken brawls, they aren't really
in
sure.
In the lobby? They're taking their horse in there?
Listen, it wasn't built to... This has to be from the movies, right? People weren't shooting people on horses in the 1920s, were they?
I mean, who?
I know nothing about the history of the automobile.
What? Well, also or the history of Arizona.
Or the history, period, the end.
Exactly.
All types of other strange phenomena are reported at the hotel by spirits who make noise, move furniture around, and make sudden appearances, ring the lobby telephone, and knock things down.
Oh.
Both employees and guests have heard band music coming from the second floor lobby where there's no band playing. What kind of band? Like
jazz?
Jazz?
Mariachi?
Zydeco?
What's that?
It's like a Creole.
Oh, nice.
Thing. I don't know. What's that called? Grassroots? No. Root. What's that called?
Roots and
toots. Roots and toots.
No, I know what you're talking about. God, we're dumb.
Bluegrass. Is that a thing?
That's not Creole, though. Definitely
okay,
not.
I don't know. We're roots and toots. We're going with that. Reportedly, the staff has become so accustomed to the odd occurrences, it's become a joke to them. Way to take it with a grain of salt, staff. In room 210, called the Zane Grey Room, many guests have been awakened in the night by a phantom bellboy who knocks on the door with the statement that room service has arrived.
Ugh.
However, when the guests open the door, they see nothing but an empty hallway. Not even a glimpse of someone escaping down the long corridor.
Creepy.
Others have reported seeing the image of a woman who wanders the halls outside this room. Supposedly, the hotel avoids putting guests with pets in this room because the dogs go crazy with fear and tear up the room. Oh. The floor is evidently a hub of ghostly activity. Is just down the hall in room 220. All types of strange activities reported. Evidently, in the early 1980s, this room played host to an eccentric long-term boarder who was known to hang raw meat from the chandelier.
Why?
What? Is he making jerky? You can get a dehydrator. No. Sometime later, he died in this room and is probably from salmonella poisoning. Yes, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, that's so... Is it like dripping on the ground? That's nasty.
Ew. Sometime later, he died in the room and his body was not discovered for several days. So great.
So rotting
corpse
meat of
and
all
the meat.
kinds.
Just great.
That's nasty.
That's real nasty. Today, guests often complain of hearing coughing and other noises from the otherwise empty room. At one time, after a maintenance man had made several repairs to the room, he turned off the light and locked the door. However, returning just 5 minutes later, the light was back on, the bed linen stripped, and the television on full blast.
Weird.
In the Gary Cooper room... Excuse me, I would like to know the availability of that Gary Cooper room.
I keep thinking,
do you ask for that specifically?
Gary Coleman?
Oh, what you talking about, Willis?
That's just what I'm...
Yeah, no, not
that's
him.
Who I'm
no, Gary Cooper was a movie star back in the, like, John Wayne
imagining
days as
Gary
well.
Coleman.
Just Gary, not Jerry. Or Jerry Lewis. That was sing his telethon from the hotel.
Oh my God. Thank you.
In the Gary Cooper room, many guests have reported being unnerved by the sure feeling that someone was watching them. Reportedly, 2 sex workers were murdered in this room when they were thrown out the window.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
What?
They could refer to them as the 2 painted ladies.
What? What does that mean? They had makeup on?
Ooh, they were wearing makeup. How?
I love makeup.
Me too.
Rude.
Don't leave home without it.
Yeah, that's so rude.
They've been reportedly sighted in the pool hall and the lounge. In yet another room, number 305, the ghost of a female apparition is often reported as sitting in a rocking chair. Mm-hmm. Further, if the cleaning staff moves the chair, the next day it will always reappear next to the window.
She's like, I want it here.
This is why I want to look out the window while rocking. Leave it alone.
So rude.
The Hotel Monte Vista is the longest publicly held commercial hotel in the history of America, finally selling to a private individual in the early 1960s. Located at 100 North San Francisco Street, the old hotel, with its tales of scandal and ghost stories, continues to entertain. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I have more articles, but we're already like 40 minutes in, so
okay.
I'm just going to stop
That
there.
was
I
great,
don't know
Amy.
what the other stuff is.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
So if you're ever in Flagstaff, check
check it out.
Maybe you'll check in and never check out.
Oh
I don't know.
gosh.
That was stupid.
I liked it.
Because once you buy it, you're the new owner. You just live there.
buy it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just panicking over my 61 pages
Okay.
of notes over here. Well, I'm going to be chatting today. I wanted to do a mystery, and so I'm doing the mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370.
Oh.
And there's
That's
61
very current.
pages of notes from Wikipedia.
Okay, man.
I'm not going to say all this.
I mean,
How could I possibly?
people are very passionate about it.
It's just interesting. Like, what happened? Where are they? What happened? Who knows? So let's
Nobody
get into
knows.
it. So Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 was a scheduled international passenger flight operated by Malaysia Airlines that disappeared on March 8th, 2014. Oh my gosh. While flying from Malaysia to Beijing. The crew of the Boeing 777-200ER. That's an airplane.
For you plane enthusiasts, you're welcome.
Yeah, what does that mean? They actually have pictures on here of like what the seats look like for like the business class and then the regular class.
Yeah.
I've only ever been in regular class.
Me too.
I've never even been on an airplane that has business class.
I don't think I had. I
Southwest.
Southwest or I fly Allegiant Air.
That's right. So
we don't
Southwest
know.
is like, hey, it's like a cattle prod. Everyone get in line.
Allegiance is very chill.
That's nice.
I like flying out of there because
Yeah.
it's like its own little
Yeah.
private air. I mean, it only flies to a couple places. But.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so let's see. So they last communicated with air traffic control 38 minutes after takeoff when the flight was over the South China Sea. So they really weren't up there for very long. It was lost from radar screens minutes later, but was tracked by military radar for another hour, deviating westwards from its original planned flight path into all these places of peninsulas and such. With all 220... Oh, crap. Sorry. See, I'm just going to continue to have issues. Okay, I just needed to scroll back up for a moment. With all 227 passengers and 12 crew aboard presumed dead, the disappearance of Flight 370 was the deadliest incident involving a Boeing 777. There's like a Boeing documentary out right now.
I've watched it.
We're flying soon, so I'm like afraid to. I don't know. Is it I don't know.
It's concerning.
Okay. Great. Like about your safety on flights?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
so
great.
I wouldn't watch it.
Okay. I'll watch it after.
Right before you go on vacation.
Yeah. At least my whole family's going, so if we to go down, we're all going down.
I hope that they've learned, like they've fixed it now. But it was just like, the things that this doc allegedly went wrong, like there was nothing the pilots or anybody could do. It was like kind of like almost like a software type or like a malfunction that
that's
just
horrifying.
Makes everything just like go completely haywire.
Yeah.
It's like, shouldn't everything be on its own little circuit? And shouldn't there be like a plan B, C, D, E, all the way through the alphabet when that happens?
And shouldn't there be a way for the pilot to just be like, nope, I'm taking back over?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Well, they can't though, because because of the malfunction, there was some sort of malfunction that made the plane think it was either like ascending or descending too rapidly. So like this automatic thing takes it, like, so the pilots couldn't even like control.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Does the pilot ever actually driving the plane? Except when they're like, what's that called when they're driving around the airport?
Taxiing.
Except for when they're taxiing. I mean, when they're in the sky.
Like landing it and stuff too.
I
don't know. I don't really know what a pilot. Sorry, we are not like we could never be pilots.
No,
but I don't know. Are they there just for emergency purposes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, my grandpa had his pilot's license.
Oh, right.
And flew a couple times, and my granny swears
Have
she
you
saw
watched
Jesus.
That documentary? I forget what it was on. Like the Invisible Pilot, I think it was called. It was a guy who was like a crop duster, and then he like got in trouble with the law, so he like faked his own death. And
Nice.
and started like running drugs for a huge cartel
With his plane?
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that's one way to make a living.
But like everybody thought he was dead. Even like his ex-wife and daughter. His current wife and children.
As I've been listening to Obsessed with Disappeared, there's lots of people who go missing on their own and just like choose to. Here's my dog. Bye. It's like, what? Okay. Okay.
All right, and we're back.
And we're back. The deadliest incident involving a Boeing 777, which apparently there's other things, and the deadliest in Malaysian Airlines history, which it surpassed another Malaysian Airlines flight that was shot down while flying over Ukraine 4 months later. Okay, great. Yeah. I don't remember that.
Oh, I remember that happening.
2014. What a time. Yikes. So obviously there was a lot of financial loss after this. Blah, blah, blah. The search for the missing airplane, which became the most expensive in aviation history, focused initially on the South China Sea and Andaman Sea. Okay. Because they were trying to figure out they didn't exactly know where it crashed. The satellite indicated that it had crashed somewhere in the southern Indian Ocean. So, like, people are mad about it. Moving on. Scrolling down.
And there's, like, so much footage of the families. It's just, like, at the airport. I mean, they just wanted answers. And then, isn't that the one where, like, a bunch of their, like, belongings and stuff, like, ended up washing? Or no, they never did find that. I don't know. There's so many horrific things.
There is. So this is just like so much about like the timeline. So on January 22nd, 2018, which is like 4 years later, a search by private U.S. marine exploration company Ocean Infinity began in the search zone around some longitude and latitudes. No one needs to know.
No. And you don't really need them tattooed on either, people.
Those numbers mean nothing to me.
No.
Why is there a degree sign? Oh, it is degrees.
Yeah, that's what longitude and latitude is.
I know, how confusing. Degrees can be temperature, or degrees can be degrees on
geometry.
Yeah, it's too much. So they began searching the most likely crash site according to some study that was published in 2017. Let's see here. Neither the crew nor the craft's communications had relayed a distress signal or indications of bad weather or technical problems before the air crash vanished, which is interesting. 2 passengers traveling on stolen passports were investigated but eliminated as suspects. Okay, so they thought maybe those guys or women
were
or
up to something.
whomever, had like hijacked the plane. Malaysian police identified the captain as the prime suspect if human intervention were the cause of the disappearance, after clearing all others on the flight of suspicion. Somewhere in here it talks about they like raided his house.
Oh, what? He just like kidnapped a whole plane of people
and just crashed and everyone died.
Yeah,
like okay. Let's see here. Passengers and crew. So they talk a lot about like how many people were on the plane of different. I mean, there's like tons of different nationalities of people on the plane. It wasn't just Malaysian or Chinese folks. So the pilot himself was a 53-year-old man from Penang. Oh God, sorry.
It's okay.
He's a pilot. Cool. And there's also a co-pilot. He was 27. Wow. How old do you have to be a pilot? I don't know. Like to actually work for an airline, you know?
Well, I mean, you figure maybe you do like 4 years in the Air Force and then that make you 22.
Well,
and
here's something.
Let's assume everyone who's a pilot was
in the Air Force.
Actually, one of Brecken's really good friends is a pilot.
That's
and
awesome.
He's Brecken's age. No, not for like an airline.
Yeah. You'd hope for an airline you'd have to be like.
Yeah.
So the captain here, the actual pilot, he had over 18,000 hours of flying experience. The co-pilot had 2,700. So like there's quite.
So he's probably logging his hours then, as a co-pilot.
Yeah.
I get that. It's called an internship.
It's called an internship.
Job shadowing. We're down with the
we love that. Okay, so there's
sickness. I don't know.
This is so in depth. Like, okay,
it really is.
I don't know if I want to talk about the radar or the air traffic control
because we don't understand it.
What those things mean.
Let's get to how it's shrouded in mystery.
Presumed loss. Okay, so it's presumed lost. The Prime Minister of Malaysia goes on the media to give a statement
in which he says it's presumed lost.
Oh, it's not funny. It's so bad. I'm so sorry. So I notified. What? Okay, this is terrible. So Malaysia Airlines announced that it was presumed lost. It notified most of the families in person or via telephone, and some received an SMS message informing them that it was likely the aircraft had crashed with no survivors.
What? If you're able to send them an SMS message, you're able to call them.
That means text, right?
Yes.
I'm not like, that's not something else. No, and I click on it because it's a Wikipedia link, and it shows an old-timey cell phone with T9.
What year was this?
2014.
Phones we had
iPhones.
Yeah.
Then.
Or Blackberries or something.
I had a Blackberry. It was sweet.
I had a Blackberry too.
I loved that.
I felt real professional checking my emails on it.
I know. It had like the scrolly thing on the side, and then it was amazing.
It was easier to draft an email on.
Yeah, and to text with it.
Yeah.
Gosh, bring back the Blackberries. I have dreams now, though, where, I can't find my iPhone and I have to use, a flip phone. I'll have dreams like that. And I know.
Is it clipped on your belt, whatever, waistband?
Why is that, a fear of mine where I'm like, where's my iPhone?
In Whitney's nightmare, she becomes a dad.
I literally...
She's wearing white sneakers, jorts, and a flip phone and a case on her belt.
And a polo. I become Kyle.
I thought you were going to say a puka shell.
That too. I become Kyle circa 2001. I love you, Kyle. He's not listening.
No. He's dealing with his gastrointestinal issues. He couldn't care less what we're doing over here.
Not going to listen to that BS. Okay. Well, that's terrible. You should definitely not send a text telling people that their loved ones are likely.
That's very disrespectful.
I mean, just keep calling. Put Betty on it.
Leave a voicemail at the very least.
Please call me back.
This is an emergency. Please. Or can that be your SMS?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's ridiculous. Okay. So the news media reported several sightings of an aircraft fitting the description of the missing Boeing airplane. For example, on March 19th, 2014, which is was that the same day? Hold on, I'd have to scroll all the way back to the top. It's around the same time. CNN reported that witnesses, including fishermen, an oil rig worker, and people in the Maldives saw the missing airliner. How would you know?
Not the Maldives.
Maldives? Sorry, it's my yay. It's my yay.
That's the only reason I called you out on it.
Hey, I need it. I need it.
Listen, finally.
So how do you say it? Maldives.
The Maldives.
Right? I said Maldives.
Yes, you did. I've
never been there.
That's what they do in the Olympics. The male divers team. Thanks, I try.
It's like really good. How would you know it's that? I mean, does it say the... How would you know? If I saw an airplane, I'd be like, there's an airplane. How would you know?
No, it's an airplane?
No, it's this airplane, you know?
No, it's what was it, like, acting erratically?
Maybe.
Was it spiraling out of the sky? Like, that'd be like, I bet that was that.
Let me keep reading. A fisherman claimed to have seen an unusually low-flying aircraft, while the oil rig worker claimed he saw a burning object in the sky. Okay. That's terrible.
That is awful. So it was on fire before it even... So it was like apparently on fire.
Where is it though? You know what I mean? Like how come they can't find it? So
because it's in the ocean. Yeah, but the ocean's big.
They found the Titanic. I guess they knew where it went.
Yeah,
down.
They knew. There were survivors from the Titanic, FYI.
Is anybody alive out there?
Rose blowing the whistle.
That movie is so great.
It really is.
I've seen it so many times.
I'll never let go, Rose. I'll never let go.
Molly Brown. Oh my God.
Molly Brown's from Hannibal Moe, everybody.
I'm literally screaming, my throat hurts.
Unsinkable Molly Brown, as we like to call her in these parts.
Is that like a fat joke?
No, she didn't sink on the Titanic.
All this time.
Did you really think that's why they called her that? She's just her own buoy. Buoy Molly Brown.
All this time. I thought
that would be rude.
That's why I thought it was rude.
They even have like the historical marker at her house calling her that.
Exactly. They're like, even the Titanic didn't take it.
Not Molly Brown.
Actually, I'm gonna pee again. Not again. I mean, I haven't yet, but again on the podcast. Oh my God. I am so dumb. It's like really embarrassing, actually.
Kathy Bates, we love you.
Oh my gosh, she is wonderful. That movie, I'm gonna like go home and watch. No, I'm not. It's like 4 hours
I know,
long.
you're gonna have to devote an entire day.
I have too much going on.
I'm gonna finish watching The Staircase.
I really want to watch it.
And continue cleaning my house for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wow. So they also did more searches. They did some searches of the seafloor with sonar. Okay.
Well, that's usually what they use. I mean, even we use sonar for fish finder.
They just sent...
Isn't that cheating, too? What? Stop.
Yes.
Just throw your fishing pole out there and see what you get.
They just send Molly Brown down there.
Her snorkeling gear.
She's fine. She'll be fine.
She's unsinkable.
She's her own buoy. The rudest thing anyone's ever...
Well, I technically kind of... I'm probably unsinkable right now.
You are your own
my two buoys.
This podcast is now just about Amy's breasts. It's like an Amy's breast joke podcast. Oh my God, there is so much information here. Sorry, this was after what we're going to do next, and so I was just like, this is good.
She was grasping at straws. Every week we grasp at straws. Why are we screaming? I don't know.
Why is anyone surprised?
But anyways, it's shrouded in mystery. We don't know what happened. Did a UFO shoot them down? Maybe.
Hold on, I'm just trying to find where they're... Oh, here's some things that maybe happened.
Okay.
Power interruption. I don't know how that happens, but that's frightening. Please
watch that documentary and it explains some things.
Unresponsive crew. They're like, ma'am, can I have another iced tea? I'm like, no, I'm unresponsive. And then they just take the plane down. I'm so sick of people asking me for drinks in these tiny cups.
Oh, and I'm assuming they mean like the pilots lost consciousness.
That's definitely what they mean.
But why? Why are they unresponsive?
So sick of it all.
Because this was after 9/11, so no one's getting to the pilots.
No. Well, did everyone
check the well-being of the pilots though? Because they have like a locked door now.
I'm sure
to the cabin.
I'm sure
when they communicate.
Yeah, they have like a phone.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Are you in there?
Are you responsive?
Taking a nap.
And then what do you do though?
They have a key.
The pilots are up.
There's a key hidden somewhere.
Like I'm a flight attendant. What am I doing?
I'm handing out co-pilot's awake.
Dune cookies. Dang it, Lorna Dern cookies. I don't.
Yeah.
And those what are those? Those breakfast biscuits.
It's such weird snacks.
It was always weird. Very weird. I don't know.
And like, why a can?
I've never been offered peanuts on a plane. And I feel like that's what you're always...
Pretzels, maybe. Never peanuts. Well, peanuts, it's like, what a dangerous snack to offer.
Yeah, there could be an allergy. They probably don't give out peanuts anymore, actually.
Yeah, you know what I always...
Canned soda, and then the little tiny cup. Like, I'll just drink it
ice.
Give me a straw. I'll just drink it out of the can.
Can it be cold, though?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, like what? Do you got a fridge in here?
Well...
They have to with ice.
Yeah.
Put all those drinks in there.
Clearly, we only fly like Southwest.
Where you're offshore.
We have a
steak dinner
meal.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Or like those people that fly first class and they basically have like their own bed.
That's amazing. What?
And it's got
Amy's face is
indignant. Now I'm like I'm rethinking like every time the housewives fly somewhere, they've got like
and a little and it like
that gives you your own privacy. It's like your own little cubicle.
That's amazing.
What? Who?
I hate flying. You're too close to people.
You are.
It's
and
too
there's
much.
always turbulence, and you're like, well, this is it.
Yeah, and there's just always like gross people. It's not nice, but I just don't like being around others.
No, I remember
like to be alone.
We flew. Oh, I don't even know. Maybe one of the times we went to Vegas. Jamie booked. So you can if you book early enough, you can like get next to like the emergency exit, so then you have extra room.
When have you ever been able to choose your seats? Not on Southwest, obviously. That wasn't.
No, that was South. No, that was Allegiant.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're sitting there and we're both kind of short, But this man,
they're both very short.
This older gentleman kept like, I don't even have any leg room here. Why can't I sit there? And the lady was like, well, sir, you have to first of all request that, and he's just glaring at us like, you two people with your little stub legs. And she's like, sir, you came onto the plane with an assistive device. You came on with like a walker. She's like, so you're not even allowed, like you have to have someone at the emergency exits who can actually assist in an emergency,
right?
Which then I'm like, God, Jamie, what'd you sign up? Because then you have to get like your little private lesson and stuff to like what to do if you're all dying. But
it's really scary.
Then he just like proceeded to glare at us for the entire duration of the flight. So I'm just like reading my book, and just like, God. Please go. Chill out, dude. Like, do you know what the internet is? Because we got on there and that's how we... Like, this guy was, like, for real, like, in his 80s. I'm not, like, age shaming. I'm just saying. Yeah. You didn't qualify. You couldn't...
I remember when we were flying into Guatemala, I was so nervous because we're going to a country where I don't speak Spanish. I wish I did. And the sweet little Guatemalan lady next to me handed me her, like, you have to... claim stuff at customs. She handed me her paperwork because it was in English and she was like, and then I'm trying to communicate with her. I don't speak Spanish. She didn't speak English.
So many hand gestures.
She like gave me her passport and I was like, okay. And I'm like filling out this. I just put her name on it.
Probably broke some sort of law.
I'm sure. And then I'm like, did you bring any food? I don't know, whatever you have to claim. And who even knows?
Have drugs?
She was very sweet. And I don't know. Anyway, back to this fascinating story. Okay. So there is the possibility for passenger involvement that, maybe that someone took it down, or crew involvement. So here's where it talks about how they raided the captain's house, but they found nothing sinister. I like that word.
I could have predicted that.
The pilot had a home flight simulator. Was it just for practice? He's just sitting
that's usually how they train.
Yeah. But at home, he's just at home like, I'm going to go practice.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Seems kind of fancy to have at home.
Yeah. Also, cargo is a possibility.
Freaking
cool.
Peaches were so heavy.
I don't know why. The end. Maybe we say UFOs. Sorry, that was the worst story of all time. But
no, it's fine.
You know.
We're good. We don't know. It's a mystery.
There's
what
still
happened?
30 more pages of my notes.
And did they ever find any wreckage? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay. Sorry.
It looks like
I will not ask any more follow-up questions.
Opley is making a podcast about it. Okay. So if you want like legit information about it,
want actual facts.
Yeah, the podcast Stuff You Should Know released a 2-part episode about it. Interesting. And Black Box Down is another podcast detailing it.
Okay.
Well, actually, it details multiple aviation accidents. I definitely don't want to listen to that
prior to going on vacay.
That sounds horrifying.
Yes, it does.
Anyway,
right,
that's what you got today, everyone. You know,
hey,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Listen to next week's episode. You're going to die. It's great. Yeah. You're gonna. Be
I love how we just assume it's gonna be great. We haven't even recorded.
No, we haven't. It's gonna be great. I mean,
just like this piece of magic. Okay. You're welcome.
Follow us on our socials.
Yes.
You know what they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Reach out.
Figure it out. I don't know.
Touch me.
What?
I was 80s.
Okay. Send us an email on thehaunt@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
If you want us to cover a topic,
we'd love to hear that.
Clearly, we need some. Because I just did something that was like the dumbest thing of all time. And I just did whatever popped up on the Goog.
Yeah, you know, we're doing our best here.
We are.
We always
just trying to get by.
We always feel the need to, like, defend ourselves.
But out of all of our excuses, this time of year, they're, like, legit.
Legit excuses.
Yeah.
Share us with your friends. Rate, review, subscribe. That's all.
Send us gifts. We love it. Bye.
Send us gifts.